I know what you're thinking, good people. What are we looking at here, actually? What you looking at is Angela Yee, y'all. Angela Yee. Yep. And Angela Yee is leaving the Breakfast Club. That's what we know. That's the one constant that we know. Angela Yee is packing it up and she's ready to do her own thing. Once again. Now, the bigger question is now Erica Mena. No. Yeah, if you need somebody to sleep with everybody in there on the Breakfast Club, then yeah, Erica Mena would be. That is hilarious, Erica Mena. DJ Envy would have to quit that same day. Rachel Nichols. I think Remy Ma. If they got Remy Ma involved, I think that would be a better fit for everybody on the show. I think that would really pop if they got Remy to do it. Serious. If they could get Remy Ma to do it, it would definitely jump. Nicki Minaj, no. She'll fall out with everybody up there. Everything will be about her. Ashanti, no. Why Remy? Because Remy is good on radio. She'll have her own segment. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? No, you need somebody with personality who can basically have good chemistry. And it's anybody could get a new person up there, but it doesn't mean they're gonna have the same chemistry. Because one, you don't want to get someone too young. I don't think that energy is going to work. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if you see some gender neutral situation or a lesbian or bisexual female take that role. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw that. I told y'all before. This is the new world. This is what you're living in now. This is the new reality. So this is what you're faced with. They could do Melissa Ford. I think it's gonna be an unknown, and she might be bisexual. Someone that fits into those target groups. Someone said they're gonna get Meryl. Y'all just want Envy to get up and walk out. And Meryl's got the job. Where you going, Envy? Envy. Whack 100, that's a bad idea. That's an extremely bad idea. Well, you gotta ask yourself, what is it that you really want? You guys gotta know whenever I'm going live, I'm getting ready to leave. Gotta know that. We done did this too many times. You know how I get down. But truthfully, I think that that's the smarter move to make. It's the wise play. That's what I would always say. The wiser play is the better play. Now, Angela, listen. That's really the gist of it. Angela Yee had the plushest job ever. It's not to say she wasn't important. It's just that her role was very limited on the show. The weight of the show was carried by Charlamagne. DJ Envy got a personality of a rock. He's not interested. He was more interesting on someone else's podcast than he was on his own show, The Breakfast Club. So let that sink in. How are you better on someone else's podcast? That don't even make sense. They're not even letting the video go out right now. I don't know what's happening. Some more screwy dooey stuff is going on here. That's sabotage, baby. Sabotage City. These are the games people play. Now, well, if I had the Breakfast Club, I wouldn't even be thinking like that. If I ran it, I would have been trying to find younger people to take over. Instead of keep trying to keep the same unit, same people, same everything, you got to switch it up. See Hot 97 holding on to Flex like that means something. Flex don't mean anything no more. Especially if I feel like it's dated, because in reality the Breakfast Club has not progressed. It is actually downgraded. The guests are not on there hardly anymore. You don't see hardly nobody on the Breakfast Club anymore, unless they got a movie or something coming out. But after that, the guest has been less. It's been not as impressive. It kind of sucks, to be honest. So if they get someone, I mean, that person's got to have charisma. But if they're going to continue the same format as what Angela Yee did, they would have a limited role also. So basically, Angela Yee is going to stay on the show until they could find someone to take over the role. Granted, right? That's common sense. And then, check this out. After they do that, then and only then will you see something real. You ain't gonna see nothing real until if they bring Envy's wife on the show to host, she ain't ready to get ate alive. She'll be eaten alive. They already gave her $1.50, so you know she got a smart mouth. If another chick gonna give you $1.50, I know that's what he gonna say too. All three of y'all. I don't want to hear no more. That's for all three of y'all. Dangerous game you're playing there when there's no other cars out here, Smokey. Wendy Williams, hell to the no, would she ever take that pay grade? That's a pay decrease like a mug for her. But then again, she don't have a show no more. Roxy? Well, the thing about Roxy is she's on ETV now. She's getting some of that television money now, so she's getting paid. Plus, you know, she's still sleeping with people with money. So she's getting, I don't think she wants to have to report at 7 in the morning to go to the radio station. Yeah, I said Remy probably be better because I don't think Remy had that much to do. and she's right there in New York, so it works out. But then again, they might go with a whole unknown. But this person is bisexual and got something to do with that LGBTQCD community, you know, so. So the thing is Angela Yee gonna be there the whole time while they try to figure it out. Mendez. No, Ryan Gosling will be right there to lay somebody out. Shoot, it might be a dude who was born a dude, just decided one day he wanted to be a female. Might be one of them up in there. You know, it wouldn't surprise me. You gotta look at who owned that station. But to me, it's all trash anyway. Breakfast Club been trash for years. Now they hating. They just been really bad. Since the pandemic hit, they've been trash. But they was like trash before that. But what happened was they got burnt out. Back when Angela Yee was talking about leaving, because everybody else has got their foot in to everything else than the show. Charlamagne foot is into all this other stuff and co-hosting and trying to be a CNN announcer and going on political. He ain't really caring about the Breakfast Club. That's just where their money coming from, because they got a contract. But they ventures, they mind everywhere else. Envy's into real estate. He be in there dead tired, like he don't even care about it. Yo, welcome to the Breakfast Club. I'm your host, DJ Envy. This is Angela Yee, and that's Charlamagne the God. And Charlamagne, who you giving that donkey to? He just like he dead. He don't even care. He don't even care no more. You said it. Podcasting and YouTube took over. That's what happened. All the people that's a guest got a podcast. And then their mama got a podcast. And the auntie got a podcast. And the cousin got a podcast. Then they got a podcast about the podcast. So you got a radio station interviewing people who were talking about internet radio. So they're going on the radio to advertise for the podcast that's on the internet. So satellite radio has become the new edition of streaming everything out. Yo-Yo is not in New York. Yo-Yo is in Cali, so she would not be able to do that. You're going to have to be in New York in order to do the Breakfast Club. So that's another thing. Now they might make a big thing out of it, like we're gonna give everybody a shot to be the host. We're gonna open up a competition just for everybody to have a shot, so they can go with whoever they selected in the first place, to give it more of a push. Another gimmick, just like them putting out that tweet. They just wanted to see everybody cause a ruckus and jump out the bed saying the Breakfast Club is done, it's over. So a lot of people like the Breakfast Club. I mean, I'm not a hater. I'm going to tell you the truth. It used to be a good show. It used to be decent. They had some great episodes. But they're not better than Ebro and Rosenberg. They're not even close. Laura Stiles and all of them, they way better. Light years better. Andre, you must be on crack. Or you must be from New York. Breakfast Club ain't cracking at all. How's it cracking? It's boring as hell. You must really be bored as hell if you're going to watch the Breakfast Club in the morning. The only reason why people listen to it is because they on their way to work. So ain't nothing really on, and they used to having the station on with the songs. So then it went away from the songs to just being about the show and the artists. Now, how you gonna be about the artists and not be about the records or the songs? You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Hit the like button, good people. Tara was the one that I looked at, because Tara was a sweetheart. Oh my God. And I think she auditioned for that role and didn't get the job, but Angela Yee got the job. The Breakfast Club is still better? No, it isn't. What makes the Breakfast Club better? Yeah, she was on Sirius Radio doing her lip service thing. But now it's going to be on a national syndicated show because iHeartRadio is going to give her a deal for the lip service, and she's going to have, so it's more distribution for her new show. Like, what's going on with Angela Yee? If you want to hear music, go to satellite radio. Satellite radio is much better for music because radio is controlled by a lot of politics and politicians. And you see hearing the same garbage 3 and 4 times. Right, but if you listen to Rock the Bells play the classic, like they play hits. Like you ain't really gotta touch it. Somebody said Lil' Kim. Do you think Lil' Kim would do that every day? You got Lil' Kim and people like that, they worry about their makeup. Angela Yee come in there sometimes like she just fell out of bed. They had those days. Look at Laura Styles. Laura Styles is 10 times better than Angela Yee. even selected nobody yet. But I wouldn't, Choke might be right. I wouldn't be surprised if they did pull something like that. Or somebody who's a lesbian or bisexual. That you gotta look at the station, Now you got a whole different opinion and a different voice in there. And then they can tell you how the other side feels. Yeah, and I swear, I had the funniest conversation with the Chicago Bulls office today. They're trying to get me to buy season tickets. It was hilarious. Lala's too busy doing shows to do that. She can't be doing the Breakfast Club. You gotta think. This person has to be on call 5 days out of the week to get up and early in the morning and be there at like 6, 7 in the morning. You gotta be there so y'all can prep, get set up, so by the time y'all go live and all this stuff, find out what's going on in the show, bring it in. Well, that time when when Charlamagne did his interview with Gucci Mane, and he was going in on Angela Yee in the interview, and Charlamagne didn't have her back, and she was talking about leaving the show then. And they were like, iHeartRadio was like, whatever. I don't dislike Angela Yee. She's just not as good as Laura Stiles. Laura Stiles has more control. Her voice is better. She's just better. I don't know what else to say except for Laura Stiles is just better. I've never seen someone who thought like that. Like they really took it into consideration and moved in a whole different light. I never really saw it like that. I saw it in a whole different frame. I tell you that right now, I wish something like that could happen. You would be amazed, man. You would be amazed. I think Remy Ma's the best answer because Remy's not really doing anything. She's not making music. She's not, just actively out there. I think this is the best avenue right now for her, That's just me. I mean, of course she can do what she want to do, but I'm just saying. From a hip hop perspective and a radio, I mean, they use her drop every time. Are you dumb? Are you dumb? So to me, you know, that would work a lot better. Then if it goes like Charlamagne get out of control, you bring up, she bring Pap in there. Pap coming in like, I've been wanting to fly your head for a long time. And there it is, it's done. He said, I'll be Flame Moreau. Herb Gotti will come up there. Or Ashanti be the new host. Nah. They too busy making money. Remy ain't doing anything. Remy is too biased. I'm telling you, it'll be somebody you probably don't know. They're going to probably check the internet or somebody else, but it's got to be somebody that's with the program. Because you got to understand, it's going to come down to a contract. And Remy Ma going to see a contract and be like, you might have contract problems with Remy. That ain't going to go too well, you know, so you got to like know your audience. He said, please not be Simone. Man, I almost peed on myself. The first guy on here said Erica Mena. I died laughing, man. Then somebody said Mero. I'm like, y'all just want Envy to just keep walking out the show. Man, if they brought them in there, man, that would crack up. But no, you can't just bring everybody on there. They gotta have some experience with radio. Now, if somebody has no experience with radio and you bringing them into the Breakfast Club, that's not gonna work. I just think those personalities, it'll be too much about self. If you bring them in, they're going to be talking about themselves so much, you might not get anything out of it. Because they too busy talking about self. They keep speaking about themselves so much. Nadeska's a terrible idea. She was a horrible moderator. Horrible. And she's gonna be horrible in this position. And she's mad at Joe because she can't get no job. Nadeska, you weren't even picked by Complex to do the show. Joe chose you because you was a woman of color in that position. They had another woman chose. They chose a white girl to be on the show with Joe Budden and Academics and this white girl to be the host. Academics wasn't even chose. They wanted Lord Jamal to be on there. But they was like, that's not gonna work. He's too old. He's too stuck in his ways. It's not gonna work. So that didn't work. Then there was another guy they wanted. They never wanted Academics. Joe said, no, you don't know what you're doing. And he was right. Joe was 100% right. It's only going to work with Academics. Because I could talk to Academics any old kind of way and nothing's going to happen. I can call him a fat MF if I want to. Nothing's going to happen. So when you say these things and you figure out, okay, nothing's gonna happen, so you start saying to yourself, all right, well, nothing's going down. Nothing's ever going to happen. Oh, damn, they closed early? Okay. It is what it is then. That's what I say. Nothing's really gonna happen. I don't understand why some of the people that was there say some of the stuff that they do. I really don't. Because if you don't know how to work them switchboards, you don't know how to really pop in and pop out. You know, Angela Yee didn't just walk into the Breakfast Club and have a job. She came from Hot 97. She came from radio. She was at a Sirius Radio morning show. So she's done morning radio for like 5 years before she was even, you know, on the Breakfast Club. She did some minimal work when they was at Hot 97 before they got the 106 deal. And they only got that deal because of what happened with Star. Star, that was the show Envy got was Star's show. Now you ask me who's better, Star or DJ Envy? Man, come on. Star will put circles around these clowns. Circles. Here we go round in circles. Because why? They are not him. They cannot move. They cannot operate. They cannot be a controller of the microphone like him. Star has a gift. Melissa Ford wouldn't work. And I'm going to tell you why. Melissa Ford is more of a California girl than she is a New Yorker. So she's out on the West Coast a lot. She's not really a New Yorker. You put her in New York and have Melissa Ford doing all these different things, like putting her in all these scenes, it's not going to work. It is not going to work. She'll have to move to New York and have to do that. She couldn't do Hollywood Unlocked. She got in a car accident, but even before the car accident, she couldn't even do the Hollywood Unlocked. And the reason she couldn't do Hollywood Unlocked is because of the fact that if this idiot finna try to follow me, he must really be bored. I was finna say, he should know better. So we was doing like Hollywood Unlocked and some other shows, watching it because Floyd owns Hollywood Unlocked. That's his. So when he put that together, it was for Melissa Ford and all the people there, because that Floyd knows this is his show. So next thing you know, all of this stuff is going on, and Melissa Ford is, you know, it's all this pampering, or she's late, she's got to get her makeup done, and they not through with her makeup and all this. So it's It was a headache. Podcast isn't radio. That's another thing people got to understand. Podcast is similar to radio, but it's not. Okay? Most of the stuff that they do is edited that you see. Some of it, like radio, is live. So they're in live motion, live time, what have you. Most podcasts are edited. They do the show and they air it once it's done. So they can fix the bugs, take out when they don't want to take out. Radio is live. Lights, camera, action is on. And people know not to F up on radio because you can have yourself banned in the whole country. Like the whole country will never play any of your records ever again. And I don't think that's something that people want. So they make that educated decision to stand down on stuff. Feel me? But that's where we are right now. In this crazy, goofy world. So tomorrow I'm going to do a StreamYard. If you're on the Patreon, I suggest if you VIP, you go there right now. We have an explosive Real Brothers. That is the realest thing you've ever seen. Tomorrow we got Kobe Bryant, Vanessa Bryant really, about to fight Holly Berry. It was funny. So I explained what happened. And I think that's about it. So we're going to do a StreamYard tomorrow. I'll make sure of it. I'll get one in.